Hey YouTube, Fast Eddie here. This is a motor I've been working on for quite some time in my garage here. It's a Dodge Cummins, mid-90s. You can tell, well, 94 was the first year of the P-pump. That's pump right there. So this is going in my Ram truck I'm building, 68 Chevy, 1 ton. I've been struggling with this build here, being as I bought a long block that was mostly there, but well, Cummins parts aren't growing on trees, and people don't. It's not like there's a lot of like we have a lot of Chevy parts laying around, so bits and pieces were expensive and hard to find. There's an exhaust brake here. I might weld this V-band flange onto the end of it, and then I can just clamp it right there, V-band onto this mount here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. Yeah, just a lot of struggles with this engine, being it was not a running engine, and it was had parts robbed off of it because it was probably used for a P-pump swap on a 24 valve is what I kind of remembered. So I had to come up with the pump, which was a very expensive part of the motor. The P-pumps are, I don't know if you know anything about Dodge's diesel fuel injection. The P-pump is actually kind of like another motor. It's pretty big. You can see it right there, mounts to the front of the motor. So this motor's been quite an experience, learning how to build it and do everything that I need to do on it. It's not highly modified at all. It's basically almost stock. I've changed the camshaft to a marine camshaft, which is, I don't know. It's a little bit different grind than for what come in the trucks. It's supposed to be a little better performance. We've upgraded the pump. I had the pump gone through, not rebuilt, but gone through and checked, make sure it was all good inside, and it turned out to be everything was good. So they turned it up a little bit and put a fuel plate in it. What else? I had put the governor springs. Changed the springs at the valves. Put 60 pounders in there, and I changed something in the injection nozzles. So I rebuilt the injectors, but other than that, it's stock. We timed it to 18 degrees, so I don't know, 10 or 9 is stock maybe, from what I'm learning. And a little thing that I kind of modified to do on this engine, because since it's a brand new engine or rebuilt, we're used to when I build a gasoline engine, I always like to prime them with oil pressure without running the motor, so get some oil in all the little areas, so that when you're starting it up, you're not having any dry start. So in this motor, this is the oil pump right here. It's not like you got a distributor going down to it and you can just pull your distributor and stick something down there and turn the pump. So what I did was I got an oil pump and knocked that gear off so I could just spin here. I got this old pump right here that I modified. So all I do is hook up a drill to this piece right here, just a little funky little piece of steel I put on there and welded to this gear, and then it'll turn this pump. You can see that there. So the pump will turn, and it'll pressurize the oil system in this motor. So that's what I come up with. I've heard and seen guys do a video where they plumb in a line, say right here, with pressurized oil and like a some sort of like a canister that's, you know, got oil and pressure, and then they push that's pressurized into the motor. So, you know, this should work just as good, and it won't be maybe as messy, and easier time modifying what I did. So yeah, this is what I've been working on for quite some time now, and I'm hoping I can make some headway and get it in that truck. Show you the fuel tank that I got, and I just kind of cleaned up here. It's the Moon fuel tank. You see the sticker there is pretty crusty. Didn't scrub on it much, and that's the way it came out. This one's a little better. Probably wasn't exposed to the weather or the sun or whatever. But yeah, it turned out pretty good and cleaned up nice. This fuel cap here, I don't know if it's I know it's not steel. I don't know if it's pot metal or it's aluminum. It kind of seems like it's pot metal, but what the finish on it was a chrome plating. So I sandblasted as much as I could, and underneath the chrome plating was a copper coating. I was not able to get it. What I wanted to do was get it all this the finish off of it, which would have been the chrome plating and the copper, and then I was going to try and polish it on my polisher, but I wasn't able to do that, to get it to that finish. So this is what I came up with. I don't know if it's very visible there. I shot some paint on it and then speckled some silver over it to kind of give it a kind of an older looking aluminum look to it, and then I shined up the high areas and the moon there and the lettering, so it turned out pretty good. That's about it. I'm gonna put it on something. I'm thinking the Nova. This is probably about how it would look. So the brackets turned out pretty good. Cleaned them all up. All right, I just want to let you guys know what's going on, what I've been doing. But I've been working pretty hard at trying to make this engine, get it together, and get it over to my buddy's place, and he's going to do the install for me. So that's, I don't know, going to be happening sometime soon, but I don't know how, that process might be a month or two long. So anyways, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.